Hey, welcome to the news with the Loon. Um, I am sorry that I missed the last 3 days. Unfortunately, I could not get on. I'm trying to do this as regularly as possible. So let's get into it. Today is July 14th, 2025, and we're going to start with the weather. It's going to be local weather. Current now it is raining in New York. See if we can get this up and running. Here we go. All right, here we go. Currently, right now, it is 78 degrees. It is currently raining. I did receive in the New York City area a flood advisory is in effect. Give me a moment to bring that up so I could see what's being affected with this flood. Uh, Precipitation, it says 75%. It is 100%. Humidity is 82%. And the wind is actually 5%. Okay, let me go ahead and unshare this. So if you are out driving, please be careful. I'm trying to see, it will not show me the flood advisory, but there are certain flood advisory around. If you are in an area that is prone to flooding, just keep this in mind. Okay, now speaking of flood, let's go to some flood updates. Okay. Um, Now, a lot of the stuff I researched is kind of late for it. So we're going to go to, all right, let's start with President Trump's visit to the flood zone, which I do have here. I thought I had here. Okay, here we go. This particular update is coming from ABC News. There we go. Now, the other updates for the Texas flood, let me make sure that you can see this screen. All right, you have the screen is up for you. Thank you. Still getting used to the way this works. Okay, so we have so far in Texas, they have 132 people still missing. Oh, I'm sorry, 132 people are dead. They still have 101 missing personnel. And as you can see, this is from ABC News, updated today around 5:07 today. They are having trouble with the rescue effort due to more heavy rains and flooding in the area. I know they had a flooding event occur during the weekend, which made things worse. We also have one of the commissioners within this area is calling for better service, more cell services, which probably means more cell towers, sirens, and a diversion dam for the constant flooding. As of 6 o'clock, 6:20 this morning, The area of Texas Hill Country was under a flood alert, and they continue to experience rain, unfortunately. Now, on Friday, and I'm going to find that particular article if I brought it up. Give me one moment to see where this article is. Okay, this is rounding up a few things, but this particular article touch upon Kristi Noem's visit with the president, who she defended. Let me close this out. She defended the Homeland. She defended the federal emergency management agencies in their response with the flood. According to her, here we go. According to her, the response was quick, and they should be recognized for their efforts despite um, the death toll, unfortunately, and this tragedy. Now, President Trump did visit Texas Friday with Melania Trump, and they observed the site. He spoke to uh, the people on site. He met with rescuers. He met with grieving parents, um, and they're trying to see what they could do to. In other news, though, this weekend, Texas unfortunately was not the only one affected by the rainfall and by flooding. This weekend, Oklahoma was under a flood watch from Friday to Saturday, according to the Country Herald. Uh, they have been dealing with floods as well this entire weekend. Also in Colorado this weekend, around 3 p.m. on Friday, a weather alert was issued across Colorado due to heavy rain and threats of flash flooding. In Chicago, Friday through Saturday, they were also under a threat of more flash flooding, and a warning was issued by the National Weather Service. So this weekend they have experienced a lot of flooding. Um, and that is probably going to be one of my special reports on the possible rumored causes of these floods. Also in national news, we have they have been drastic uptake with attacks on ICE agents. Um, on July 12th, President Trump posted on his Truth Social account that ICE agents can defend themselves when they are being attacked. This is due to, and I'm going to share this particular article with you. A clash that happened, I believe this was Friday, this clash happened in Southern California on a marijuana farm where ICE agents were cornered after a raid on the farm and basically assaulted because the guns were taken out and brandished to them. They ended up throwing smoke canisters to try to deter the crowd. This standoff happened for several hours and did take overnight. Um, it came to a point where a helicopter, according to news sources, had to land with water for the agents. Now, due to this incident, Homeland Security Security has issued a statement on Friday. I'm going to bring that up so you can see this is straight from Homeland Security's homepage. No, that's not the article. I do apologize. There was a statement issued on the Homeland Security page basically dealing and outlining what the Canyon News have indicated here, where ICE agents to defend themselves following the anti-ICE movement, the attacks that has happened to them. Like I said, this is due, and within this article here, you can see this is due to what happened on that cannabis farm, where they also rescued 14 unaccompanied children. Now, just to be sure and just to reiterate, um, it is a felony to attack a federal agent. And there is one more thing. There has been an increase in doxing these agents when they're out there, which is why they wear masks, which is something that people are trying to. There has been a movement, a large movement, to basically have them demask. Okay. Now I want to go to local news. And today, it was supposed to be Friday, but it is today. We are going to hit Nassau County and the Bronx. So, first in Nassau County, this is a huge announcement. Let's see if I have the article here for you. Oh, well, I do not have the article up, which I'm shocked because I know I sent it to myself. Okay, that's not it. So, what happened is Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, and if I mispronounce that, please forgive me, has announced that he will allow police officers working with ICE on raids to wear masks when working undercover. As I mentioned earlier, this is for fear of being doxxed, perhaps. Well, not perhaps, for being doxxed for assisting in the deportation. The family, now on a more positive note, um, in Nassau, a Plainview family has held a pickleball fundraiser in honor of their son. And do apologize. Give me one moment. Sorry. I had this up and it should have went through. Share that part and get this up and running. Up. I do apologize for this. This is supposed to go through already. We're gonna end not sharing this. Okay, there we go. The article's up. I do apologize. The family of Omir Nutras hosted a fundraiser in his honor in Plainview, who in Syosset. I do apologize. He is a Plainview resident. He was killed in the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attacks. His body has not yet been returned. So the fundraiser was held on July 2nd in honor of him and so they could receive their child's body back and give him the proper burial. Now, if you wish to donate, I could do some research and find out if there is further donations that can be given if you wish to support. Also, Nassau County did receive a new facility to train their police officers. And this is coming from Long Island Press. If I could get this up here. Okay, it looks like it's up. And Pam Bondi did come for the ribbon cutting and the opening ceremonies for this, the opening of this facility, reported by the Long Island Press today. And this facility is close to the Long Island Railroad, gives wonderful access. This was roughly a $12 million. This is roughly a $12 million facility. It has been in the work in the last 17 years. And now this will work to train the police officers, the Nassau County police officers, on their tasks. As you can see here, running through an exercise, responding to a hostage situation using the Long Island Railroad. And those of you who are Generation Xers, as I am, do remember an incident that did occur on the Long Island Railroad in the 80s. So this is knowing that you will be traveling safe. That's it for you now, Nassau County. Let's shimmy over to the Bronx. Now, I always like to have feel-good stories. So over in the Bronx, now maybe you guys know them. I don't. I'm unfamiliar with this group. But it seems like the Bronx Defenders always hold annual community block party. Remember block parties were back in the day when the community got together and they all grilled? Well, the Bronx Defenders, who is a public defense nonprofit group, hosted a block party on July 10th at 160th Street between Cortlandt and Melrose Avenue. Um, Hundreds of residents came and they had fun from what it looks like. Plenty of food, plenty of music, and plenty of information for community resources. So if you are in the Bronx, you may want to check out the non for profit group Bronx Defenders. All right. And actually, since this is one of the feel good ones that I do like a lot, I'm going to go ahead and put their link to this article on the chat in case you wish to connect with this group and find out some more information, any resources, what they could provide for you. Um, this is an interesting one. This has to do with travel for you guys in the Bronx. Now, I don't know how often you travel from the Bronx to Rockaways. I say the Rockaways, but they say to Rockaways, according to Gothamist. But it appears the city is proposing a new route for a direct service from the Bronx to the Rockaways. Rockaways is a nice getaway. It's really nice. So we have plenty of ferries. We have a ferry that goes from the city currently to the Rockaways, direct um, taxi service. And we also have, of course, everybody knows the ferry from downtown Manhattan to Staten Island. And then there's ferries that goes from, I think, downtown Manhattan to over to Jersey. So this would be another ferry route. And it would be connecting the Bronx directly to the Rockaways. And as you can see here, these are the maps of existing ferries. And this is the proposed ferry route, which is close. It'll be close to Throsneck Bridge, the Throsneck area. And the route it would take with stops along Manhattan as well. As you can see, East 90th. This is a proposed route to East 34th Street. So Sullivan Cove, Clover's Cove. There is no stop in downtown, but we still got the subway you could take, with also stops at Sunset Park in Manhattan and then straight to the Rockaways. So you'll have more ways to travel throughout the city, and you could take the scenic route along the way. Okay, so we have that going on as well. On a somber note, we have, give me 1 minute to bring this up. As you can see down here, this is the flash flood of New York City and parts of the surrounding. So if you are near water in the city, you are under a flash flood warning. Okay. On July 4th, 18-year-old Cyan Shitham was arrested due to an altercation and was taken to the 41st Precinct Station House in the Bronx. Unfortunately, she was found unresponsive in her cell at 12:40 a.m. According to the medical examiner, she died by hanging. Currently, her family is demanding answers. Although they are grieving, they want to know how, why this death could have been prevented. So this is an ongoing story, unfortunately, within the Bronx. Now, I say I like to alternate between somewhat feel good and the real world stuff. But if you have it in your heart and you feel like helping your fellow New Yorker, um, there was a massive fire in Fordham, Bronx, and people are making efforts to provide donations for the families that have been displaced and basically has lost everything. Now, this is by Eyewitness News 7. I'm going to put this in the chat as well. If you have it in your heart to donate to your fellow New Yorker, especially if you're in the Bronx, please go ahead, check out this article, check out the sites, see how you could donate clothes, anything that they are willing to accept. We are New Yorkers and we look out for our own. If you're in the Bronx and you wish to help, this is a wonderful way to help. Now, on this rainy day, I am going to cut this short. We will have more news. I know tomorrow I will be hitting Suffolk County and we might hit Staten Island. If you have information that you want to get out there to the local area, feel free to send an email to, and I'll put the email in the chat. Go ahead and send an email there. Let me know. Once I vet it, I'll make a proper announcement for your local area. Please, if you're on the road, please be careful and stay dry. If you're home, may you have some peaceful sleep. And when you wake in the morning, you're revised and ready to go for the next day. That's the news for today. This is the Loon, signing out.